Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Git SVN unrecognized URL scheme error, a comprehensive guide. The Git SVN unrecognized URL scheme error is a common frustration encountered when attempting to use Git SVN to interact with an SVN repository. This error indicates that Git cannot understand the URL you're providing for your subversion repository. It usually arises from incorrect URL formatting, missing dependencies, or network issues. This tutorial will provide a deep dive into the causes of this error, how to diagnose it, and multiple solutions, complete with code examples to illustrate each point. We will cover 1. Understanding the error *. What does unrecognized URL scheme actually mean? 2. Common causes *. A breakdown of the most frequent reasons for this error. 3. Diagnosis *. How to pinpoint the exact cause in your specific scenario. 4. Solutions * Detailed, step-by-step solutions with examples to resolve the issue. 5. Advanced considerations * Dealing with HTTPS configuration, proxies, and other complex scenarios. 6. Troubleshooting checklist * A quick guide to systematically check for common problems. 1. Understanding the error. The unrecognized URL scheme error in Git SVN essentially means that the URL you've provided to Git SVN is not valid according to the syntax it expects. Git SVN is a bridge between Git and Subversion, and it needs to communicate with the SVN repository using a recognized protocol, scheme. The common schemes it expects are *HTTP// Standard HTTP protocol, *HTTPS// Secure HTTP protocol, *SVN// SVN protocol, rarely used directly, especially with modern SVN servers. *SVN plus SSH// SVN protocol over SSH, for secure tunneling. *file// local file access, for testing or development purposes. If Git SVN sees a URL that doesn't start with one of these or has some other problem with the syntax, it throws the unrecognized URL scheme error. 2. Common causes. Let's break down the most frequent reasons for this error. * Typographical errors in the URL *. This is the most common cause. A simple typo can invalidate the URL. For example, accidentally typing http// instead of http//. Incorrect SVN repository path * The URL may be correct in its scheme, but the path to the actual repository within the SVN server is wrong. Missing or incorrect protocol * using SSH// or a custom protocol that Git SVN doesn't understand. Incorrect or incomplete URL * For instance, omitting the host name, the path to the repository on the server, or a trailing slash where required. SVN server configuration issues * While less frequent, the SVN server itself might be incorrectly configured, leading to the URL not being accessible in the expected way. For example, if the SVN server is configured to only allow HTTPS and you're trying HTTP. Missing SVN client * Git SVN relies on the SVN, subversion, command line client being installed and available in your system's path. If the SVN client is missing, Git SVN cannot interact with the SVN repository. Proxy issues * If you're behind a proxy server, Git SVN might not be properly configured to use it. This leads to it not being able to reach the SVN server. Firewall issues * Your firewall might be blocking the connection to the SVN server. HTTPS/SSL certificate issues * If you're using HTTPS//, there might be issues with the SSL certificate of the SVN server. This is common if the server uses a self-signed certificate. Authentication issues. In certain situations, authentication might be required, and Git SVN might not be properly configured to handle it. This can manifest as an unrecognized URL scheme or related errors. URL encoding issues. Rarely, URLs containing special characters might be incorrectly encoded, causing Git SVN to misinterpret them. 3. Diagnosis. To effectively resolve the error, you must pinpoint the specific cause. Here's a step-by-step diagnostic approach. 1. Double-check the URL. Carefully examine the URL you're using for typos. Pay close attention to the scheme, HTTP, HTTPS, SVN plus SSH, host name, and path to the repository. Compare it to the SVN repository's documentation or the URL you'd use with a standard SVN client. 2. Test the URL with the SVN client. Open your terminal and use the SVN info command to test the URL directly with the SVN client. For example, if this command fails with an error other than unrecognized URL scheme, example authentication failure, network error, address that underlying problem first. If this gives the unrecognized URL scheme error, it isolates the issue to the URL itself or the SVN client configuration. If it works, then you know the URL is valid for SVN and the problem specifically lies with Git SVN. 3. Verify SVN client installation. Make sure the SVN command line client is installed. On Linux/Mac OS, use. On Windows, check that svn.exe is in your system's path. If it's not installed, install it using your package manager, example apt-get install subversion on Debian/Ubuntu, brew install subversion on Mac OS, or download it from a suitable source for Windows. After installation, restart your terminal. 4. Check for proxy settings. If you're behind a proxy, see if your system's proxy settings are correctly configured. Environment variables like HTTP_proxy and HTTPS_proxy might need to be set. 5. Examine Git SVN command. Look at the exact Git SVN command you're using. Ensure that you're using the correct options, especially the -trunk, -branches, and -tags options, if applicable. 6. Simplify the command. Start with the simplest possible Git SVN command, such as just git svn clone. This helps isolate the issue. 7. Network connectivity. Verify you can reach the SVN server from your machine. Try pinging the server's host name or IP address. 4. Solutions. Based on the diagnosis, here are solutions to the common causes. Solution 1, correcting typographical errors. This is straightforward. Carefully re-enter the URL, paying meticulous attention to every character. Use copy-paste to avoid manual typing errors. Example. Incorrect git svn clone http://svn.example.com/repos/myproject. Correct git svn clone http://svn.example.com/repos/myproject. Solution 2, verify and adjust the SVN repository path. Ensure that the path you're using within the URL is the correct path to the repository on the SVN server. Consult the SVN administrator if necessary. The path is case sensitive. For example, incorrect git svn clone http://svn.example.com/repos/myproject. Incorrect case. Correct Git svn clone http://svn.example.com/repos/my project. Also ensure your repository is indeed at the root directory. If it isn't, you must specify the trunk, tags and branches properly. Solution 3, use the correct protocol **. Use http:// for standard HTTP access, https:// for secure HTTPS access, or SVN plus SSH// for SSH tunneling. Don't use a custom or unsupported protocol. If the SVN server requires HTTPS, you must use https:// Incorrect. HTTP When HTTPS is required, git svn clone http://svn.example.com/repos/my project. Correct. HTTPS git svn clone https://svn.example.com/repos/my project. Solution 4, install the SVN client *. If the SVN client is missing, install it using your system's package manager or by downloading it from the Apache Subversion website. After installation, restart your terminal. *debian/ubuntu *sudo apt-get update and sudo apt-get install subversion. *Mac OS, using homebrew brew install subversion. Windows download from https://www.visualism.com/download/ https://www.visualsvn.com/downloads. Visual SVN server comes with the client tools, and add the svn.exe directory to your path environment variable. Verify the installation with SVN version. Solution 5, configure proxy settings *. If you're behind a proxy, configure git svn to use it. You can set the http_proxy and https_proxy environment variables. *bash, Linux/Mac OS. *PowerShell, Windows. Replace your _proxy _server and your _proxy _port with the actual values. If your proxy requires authentication, include the username and password in the URL. You can also configure Git to use the proxy specifically for Git SVN. Solution 6, dealing with HTTPS/SSL certificate issues *. If the SVN server uses a self-signed certificate, you might get SSL errors. You have two main options. 1. Import the certificate *. The recommended approach is to import the server's certificate into your system's trusted certificate store. This ensures that your system trusts the server. The process depends on your operating system. On Mac OS, you can use the Keychain Access application. On Linux, the process varies depending on the distribution. To disable SSL verification, not recommended for production. You can disable SSL verification, but this is generally not recommended for production environments because it compromises security. It's useful for testing or when you trust the server completely. To disable SSL verification for Git SVN, use the -trust server cert option. You can also configure Git globally to ignore SSL errors, but only do this if you understand the security implications. Important *, remember to revert the setting to true once you've resolved the certificate issue. Solution 7, authentication issues *. If the SVN repository requires authentication, Git SVN needs to be configured to provide credentials. The simplest way is to let Git SVN prompt you for your username and password. However, you can also store credentials in a network file or use SVN's credential caching mechanisms. Git SVN will usually prompt you if it needs credentials. If it doesn't, try running a git svn command that requires authentication, such as git svn fetch. To use SVN's credential caching, ensure that the SVN client is configured to cache your credentials. The configuration file is usually located at /.subversion/config, Linux/Mac OS, or %up.a%\subversion\config, Windows. Make sure that the store auth creds option is set to yes or plain text in the auth section. Solution 8, Firewall issues *. Ensure that your firewall isn't blocking the connection to the SVN server on the relevant ports, usually 80 for HTTP and 443 for HTTPS. Contact your network administrator if you need assistance with firewall configuration. 5. Advanced considerations. *SVN layouts *. If your SVN repository doesn't follow the standard trunk, branches, and tags layout, you'll need to explicitly specify the layout using the -trunk, -branches, and -tags options. For example, in this example, the main development line is located in the main directory, branches are in the releases directory, and tags are in the tags directory. Large repositories. Cloning large SVN repositories can take a very long time. Consider using the -revision option to clone only a specific range of revisions. For example, this clones only revisions from 1000 to the latest revision. *SSH tunneling. If you're using SVN plus SSH// make sure that SSH is properly configured and that you can connect to the SVN server using SSH. Verify that your SSH key is properly set up and that you have the necessary permissions. A .ssh/config file may be required for specifying username and host details to avoid command line specification every time. 6. Troubleshooting checklist. Here's a quick checklist to systematically troubleshoot the unrecognized URL scheme error. 1. Check for typos in the URL. 2. Verify the SVN repository path. 3. Use the correct protocol, http://https://svn plus ssh//. 4. Install the SVN client and ensure it's in your path. 5. Configure proxy settings if necessary. 6. Address HTTPS/SSL certificate issues, trust the certificate or disable verification, with caution. 7. Troubleshoot authentication problems, allow prompts or configure credential caching. 8. Ensure your firewall isn't blocking the connection. 9. Verify the SVN server configuration, is it accessible? 10. Try the URL with SVN info directly. By systematically working through this checklist, you should be able to identify and resolve the Git SVN unrecognized URL scheme error. Remember to start with the simplest solutions and gradually move towards more complex ones. Good luck.